Hey guys, so I'm doing another kind of update on what stuff that I just got at Grocery Outlet and Winco to keep prepping for this coronavirus. And then on the second part, I'll start talking about my visit to Winco, which was one of the freakiest things that I've probably ever experienced in my life. I've never seen anything like it. So let's get into it. So this is pretty much what I got today for my next part of my prepping, I guess. Winco cat food, Dawn dish soap, 3 more boxes of these mashed potatoes, some more peanut butter. I'm up to like 5 pounds now, which is ridiculous. A few of these big cans of refried beans, and then these Madras with lentils, which are absolutely amazing. You just pop them in the microwave and they're good to go. Pretty good source of protein. And then we got some good carbs over here, so I think I'm pretty stocked up at this point. I'm probably not going to buy much more. I really don't need it. So I went to Winco tonight at 9 p.m. It's a 24-hour grocery store for people who don't know. There were a ton of people when I first pulled in. It was ridiculous. I've never seen that many people at a grocery store at 9 p.m. So I parked. I hadn't really decided yet if I was going to buy a lot of stuff or not, so figured I wouldn't get a cart outside. So I went in to get a cart and they were all gone because people were using them. So I walked in. It looked fairly normal. You know, there's most of the stuff's there. Hit the produce section first, all pretty wiped out. And then I went to the pasta aisle, pretty much gone. I'll show some footage of all of that stuff here. I'll show the pasta one now. And then all the paper products. Those are all gone. Napkins included. I guess people are going to be using those as toilet paper. I don't understand the toilet paper thing to begin with. I think people are just seeing people buy it and then they're like, oh, well, I'm going to need it too then. It's pretty ridiculous. And then what else? Canned food. There was some. It was running low, but there was definitely some left. And then we had bread, which I guess if you're going to freeze it would be fine, but otherwise it's probably going to go bad pretty quick. So that was kind of a weird one. And then rice and beans, I mean, totally gone. Even they have the bulk, 50-gallon looking drums there of rice and beans, bunch of assorted beans, lentils, stuff like that, and it was all completely gone. I'm trying to think of what else was gone there. Pretty much just your basic stuff, tortillas, oats, mostly just the non-perishables. One of the chip sections was entirely gone, which, why are you buying chips? Water. And I did hear that somebody got stabbed in the face at a Costco over a case of Aquafina. And, I don't get the water thing. I guess we're privileged here in Oregon to have really good tap water, so I'm not worried about it getting shut off. I know maybe in other parts of the country people don't have good tap water, so I guess that might be the case. But stabbing somebody over it, probably not, the best, most rational decision. This is pretty crazy. I think it's, there's a couple weeks ago when I made the video about the Walmart being pretty empty. I think we just had the first section of people realizing that, this could get a little bit bigger than we first thought. Now it seems like everybody is realizing that this is going to be much bigger than they anticipated. Cats are fighting. But yeah, I think they're finally realizing this is gonna get pretty big. In Oregon, we have 30 cases as of right now, I want to say. They have 6 at a nursing home in Lebanon, Oregon, which, as we know from Washington, is not a good sign. They've had 25 people die or something like that in their nursing home. So I'm sure there's going to be more to come. I heard they're going to be testing all those people. It's only going up. They estimate, I want to say it was Kate Brown, the governor, said that it's probably between 150 and 250. Don't quote me on that. People that are infected that they don't know about because they haven't been tested yet. I think that's a very low estimate, just judging by how many cases we're starting to see every day. It would be a little bit ridiculous to think that low, in my opinion. I'm not an expert, so take it with a grain of salt, but 250 people doesn't seem like a lot, especially with how wide of an area geographically it's spread so far in Oregon. I mean, it's really in just about every part of Oregon now. There's cases in Washington County and Multnomah County, which is the Portland metro area, Lebanon, which is kind of the Willamette Valley, kind of central-ish west central Oregon, eastern Oregon, or people call it central Oregon, and then southern Oregon. There's cases too. So I mean, it's everywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if that number was far above what they estimate. I don't know how they get that number, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was much more. I know they closed the schools. I think that was a declaration that happened Thursday the 12th, and I don't think it's going to be enough to really make a difference. Just the news coming out of Italy is just terrifying, and seeing what I saw tonight at a grocery store with shelves being empty, it's insane. I don't think most Americans are used to seeing something like that unless they live in a place that gets hurricanes or tornadoes regularly. We don't get any natural disasters necessarily up here very often. So for me, having lived here my whole life, it's absolutely crazy to see, and I think people are probably freaking out a lot more now that they're seeing that stuff is just gone, and they're just too late. And I'm really glad that I bought stuff a couple weeks ago and they still had it. I don't know if they're going to be getting more of the non-perishable stuff. I guess with all the workplaces closing it, I don't know, maybe it might be a while. So that was my quick-ish video on it. Hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.